Hi, everyone. Um, I am not trying to stir the pot politically. I don't like doing that. I try to stay very far away from that. Um, I do want to say one thing, though. Couple things. I feel embarrassed to live in the United States, and I don't mean to offend anybody that lives here when I say that, but if anybody's been following the news, you might have an idea of what's going on in our country right now. And I can't fucking believe it. And so um like, I literally feel scared if Trump becomes president because now apparently he's not gonna get sentenced, and Alicia cannot leave her job until next September. That's over a fucking year away because she has to pay back school money. Or not pay back. She owes a year after they gave her credits for college, if that I think that made sense. So, like, I told her we're gonna have to figure out a get rich quick scheme or something because, like, I will buy them out, and we're fucking leaving and finding some other area of the world that doesn't have this shit going on. There's got to be some places like maybe we need to just become Japanese citizens, and I can just move back to my home country where I felt safe and I loved it, and they don't really have this shit going on as far as I know. I could be wrong, but anyways, the Supreme Court. If I were on our Supreme Court, there's only 3 of them that are there for the right reasons. The other 5 are not. Um, I would have left. Like, if I hadn't left before, I would have left after what just happened. And you'll see it with the whole Trump bullshit thing. Um, and I told that to Alicia, and I was like, because I was confused. I asked her, I said, "Why would people stay there if that stuff is happening? Like, why can't they just like why wouldn't they just leave? We can replace them with somebody else who wants to be there that's like not doing bad shit." And she said it's because of like just people's conviction and how it's the right thing to do and how like, all these other reasons that I didn't even think about. And I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess that does make sense." But, at the same time, even knowing all of those reasons, I still wouldn't stay. I don't have the courage to stay when something is extremely angering. I'm a runner. I leave when things are just when I don't feel good. Um, and, like, fuck the right thing, whatever, it probably would be the right thing to do is I'm not even like I'm acting like I'm on the fucking Supreme Court. I am not. I know I'm not, but I'm just saying how brave and how odd is it that, like, they're still there and they can't really do anything because of the other 5, and I would still leave, like, I don't know, I feel like I just wanted to say that because I have such strong convictions and beliefs, and I believe in sticking up for, like, the right thing at all times. I believe in being ethical, all of that stuff. However, when it comes down to it, I don't have the courage to stay. And that's just an example. I've done this in other parts of my life before, but um good thing I'm not anywhere close to the fucking Supreme Court, but like I'm just that kind of person and I don't know what to think about that. Like I would like to be somebody that has the courage to do the right thing, but I can't even picture what kind of a mindset I would have, like what that would feel like to just be able to withstand all of the bullshit around me. I couldn't do it. I had a hard enough time with like the working with people for years. Like I don't know. I run. Um, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, I know it's not like great, but I don't know what to think about this. I know that I would leave. I would leave the Supreme Court. I would not. But you know what? Maybe I would be in a different mindset, like to have gotten me to the Supreme Court, and I wouldn't be so. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna move on. I wanted to say I don't have that kind of courage, and I don't really feel bothered by that. Hmm. What is this? Does anybody know what that is? Like, I wanna have the courage, but I kind of, like, don't care that I don't. I don't know. Basically, I wanna get the fuck out of this country if that dictator takes over. Um, if anybody has any good ideas on, like, where in the world we can go that is away from, like, hurricanes and tornadoes and dictators and, you know, sinkholes or something. I would love to know. Does anybody have any ideas of like where other than Japan, maybe? I don't know. Okay, moving on. I have something that I do feel bad about. I had a regular client message me and ask me a question about the Chicago Manual of Style, which is like a style guide for editing. And he had questions about what rule there is on using ellipses, like how do you use them and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know that shit off the top of my head, but I've been like so busy. And so I cheated and I went to ChatGPT and I just copy pasted his email and I said, "Can you please answer this?" And it did. And then I copied and pasted that answer and I tweaked it a bit because I wanted to add a couple of things in there. And then I sent it to him. And in the moment when I did that, I was like, I'm okay with this. Like, he could have done that himself. Why aren't people doing this? Alicia said that, like, not everybody knows about it or something, or like thinks about it. I don't know. Why aren't people just asking this AI thing that answers questions? I like it. Um, but yeah, so I did that. And he messages me back and he's like, "Oh, that really gave me a lot to think about." Which I was like, okay. But he sent me $50. And so, like, I go to Alicia a little while ago. I'm like, this dude paid me $50 for answering a question that he had that I didn't even fucking answer. ChatGPT did. And I don't feel right about accepting this money now. Now I don't know what to do. And so, she talked about it with me and she said that, like, you still took your time and you stopped what you were doing and you went and you found the answer for him and you gave him the information he was looking for. And, there's nothing wrong with that. And he gave you $50 for it. Let me see what her email said for her texts because she texted me because I'm in my room. She said, "You deserve it. You took the time to put the info together, even if it was using AI. Other people have access, and it's meant to make things easier." Um, so that helps. But I still feel like shit because I don't like doing stuff like that. I mean, I was okay with like giving him that answer because it was that was the answer he was looking for. I don't think it really kind of mattered where how it came, maybe, but like the fact that he paid me, I feel like I didn't earn that money. I didn't come up with that answer on my own. I didn't do the research. I didn't like, I didn't go find that exact rule and do all that stuff. So, I did that and I don't feel right about that. Alicia said to just say thank you. But I don't know. Does anybody else have any thoughts on that? Because I feel like a fraud now. 'Cause I do not that, like, fucks with my ethics. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it was unethical to do that to begin with. This AI shit is just a mind fuck to me. Because I ask it questions and it makes pictures for me, and that's the extent of, like, what I use it for. Because anything else feels fraudulent and fake, and, the thing that happened when the guy gave me the money, like, that is the last thing I wanna receive for an answer I didn't come up with on my own. I just wanted to admit that. And then yesterday, I know this is very random, but it does have to do with autism. Yesterday, it was Alicia's birthday. That old bitch is 43, and we went to Outback Steakhouse because I've talked about that before, if you've listened to prior episodes. And so we got there, like, a little bit after it opened, and the server that was assigned to us was very clearly autistic. She's pretty cool. Like, I wanted to ask her questions about her tattoos and like her piercings, but I was like, no, I don't want to just, people might not like that. So I just kept it to myself. But anyway, she was a pretty cool server. And so like she took us all the way to this section that nobody was in. And I thought that wasn't allowed, but maybe that section was going to open up and we were the first ones there. But we were there by ourselves pretty much the entire time. And then like, so when she went to like give us our drinks, and then left, I ran after her and I was like, "Hey, I heard that like when we're here, we hear you guys sing and do something for people who have birthdays." And she's like, "Yeah, we do that." And I'm like, "Well, my wife's here and her birthday's today, and can you guys do that for her?" I'm really trying to embarrass her. And if nobody know like anybody that is not familiar with this restaurant, like uh they bring a saddle to the table Like, they wait the girl said, she's like, "I got you." She's like, "Don't worry, we're gonna do it at the very end when you're about to leave, when she won't even expect it." And I was like, "Oh, great." But they bring this big fucking saddle that's, like, resting on, like, a chair or something, I don't know, it's like this saddle that, like, the birthday person is supposed to sit in or sit on, and then, like, you know, I'm just gonna do this. I don't know how this is gonna sound on a microphone, but I'm just gonna play you what happened. Hopefully, this translates well. If it doesn't, I apologize for the garbles or whatever sound it makes. Yeah, I hope you heard that and it doesn't sound like a bunch of crap. I'm really sorry if that made a bad noise in your ear. I don't know how these things work. But like if that did come across clearly, that's what it sounded like. It's just like there was this little tiny girl. Yeah. And I'm like, "Oh my God, she clearly did not want to be doing that." And I would die. I would die if that was something that I had to do as part of my job. I'd be like, "I am not doing it. I don't want this job." I would die. That is so embarrassing. I don't know how people can do this. I don't know how, like, they just I don't know. I would be just mortified if I was just on. I don't know. But anyways, I got the video and it was fucking hilarious because she was clearly embarrassed and that's what I was going for. So I had a good time. Um, I just, yeah. Uh, so there's that. And then we were talking about age and stuff, and it's like, after 35, it feels like it's not even worth celebrating birthdays because then you're just declining at that point. Your body is like dying every day, and your mind, I don't know. It's not fun. Also, I am still hearing people say, when I'm 65 and retired, or stuff like, in 10 years, I'm gonna do this. When I still can't I don't get it. Somebody explain this to me, like, you might be dead. Why do you think you will live that long? Why are you making goals for, like, 10 years from now? Why are you sitting there saying, "When I'm, like, in my 50s, I'm gonna go to India at some point," or something like that, I don't know. Like, why would you say that? Because we don't know how much time we have on this earth. You don't know that you're gonna live that long. I don't plan that long. Maybe I should, but, like, my mind doesn't work that way. Like, if I wanna do something bad enough, I'm gonna find a way to do it, like, in the near future because I don't know how much time I have on this earth, and that's how I've always operated, and it's so baffling to me that nobody else thinks this way that I have met. Can somebody please is there anybody out there that, like, has this kind of thinking when it comes to, like, people saying, "Oh, when I'm this old." I mean, maybe it's, like, a very stupid thing to, like, have to say or, maybe I shouldn't have even mentioned that, but it's just really frustrating, and it's also confusing because people seem pretty positive that they're gonna live a long life, and I don't know why they would think that with the kind of world we live in. Anyways, I'm moving on to the next random thing. The Bear. Has anybody watched that show? Oh, it is so good. I think I've talked about it on here before. So season 3 came out on Hulu, and I binged 8 episodes of it last night. And oh my God, the acting is so fucking good. Oh, I love that Jeremy guy. Like, he is so pretty. Oh my God, his acting is so good. Anyways, that first episode, like, hands down, one of the best I've ever seen on any show ever. And then there was an episode with Jamie Lee Curtis who plays the mother, and it was like a standalone episode kind of, and I bawled my eyes out. I actually stopped what I was doing. Like, I should have not. I had work to do and I just put it down and I watched these episodes because, like, it was so captivating and, like, you couldn't, like, I can't look away from this kind of a show because I'll miss something. And if that makes sense, like, yeah, I have to it's easy for me to lose, like, what's going on if, like, I don't catch everything because I usually have to rewind and whatever. Um, but anyways, it was like a scene between, like, an estranged mother and daughter, and the daughter was in the hospital getting ready to have a baby, and, like, Jamie Lee Curtis was, like, the last option for that. Like, her daughter didn't want to call her, but that was the last option, so she came to the hospital with her, and it was such a sad, like, toward the end of the episode, I don't even want to describe it. It's the acting was so good. It was so sad, and like they were sharing looks with each other. Like it was just good acting, and it made me think of not having a relationship with my own mother, and then unexpected sadness came up with that thought, and I was confused because I thought I had moved on from like my shitty parents. Um, because like I don't really think of them anymore. I don't like go stalk them like online to see like what they've been up to because I don't care. But I was surprised because I started crying even more when I thought of that. Like, man, I don't get to have that relation. Like, I don't get to have those moments with her. Um, we've never had like the kind of stuff. Like, you would have to watch the episode. I'm struggling to talk as it is. I can't really. You're probably like, what is this bitch talking about? I don't know. Go watch that episode and then maybe come back. I don't know. But it was like it was just so sad, and I was like, why am I sad about this? Like, I thought I have moved on from like not giving a fuck that I don't have a mother. So and like being autistic, just, you feel things so much, like so deeply. And when it's happiness, that's great. But when it's sadness, I hate it. Who likes to feel sad? Not anybody I know. But like when I feel sad, I feel like it's actually sorrow. Like it's not just being sad. It's like sorrow. Like my whole inside of my body just hurts. It's just like I don't know how to even describe that. Oh, hello? It's your boo-boo's making an appearance. Okay. Thanks for interrupting that. Um, I don't feel so sad now. I was almost gonna cry, and that's weird. But I just wanted to share that. What is that all about? Um, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, and then I'm just gonna move on to the thing that like I feel really bad about. So I killed a spider mom and I decimated her entire family. And I feel really bad about that. So I've been trying to be more considerate of indoor spiders and not kill them. I let them just kind of mosey on. As long as they're not like I'm just trying not to be a spider killer, and I've been doing kind of a good job at it. I've seen some in the house, and I'm just like, you just go do your thing, don't bite anybody. And I'm so proud of myself. Well, what happened was perhaps one of those spiders that I said, hey, go ahead. Well, she was knocked up and there was a spider in my ceiling, in the ceiling light. I don't know how the fuck it got in there. Like there was a cover over the light, and like the spider had crawled up in there and like had all these fucking spider babies. And you know that there's so many babies. And so like the other day, I was like in here working and I saw baby spiders parachuting down from the ceiling. And I didn't know like that there was a family in the light, like in the cover of the light or whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, oh no, like babies, that means that there's gonna be tons of them, like, and then there's like a mother around somewhere. And so, it wasn't that bad the first day, but then yesterday it was just like all day, it was like parachuting spiders. They're fucking coming down with this fucking invisible string from the ceiling, and like they're just dangling and like making a web up on my like it's just ridiculous. I kept killing them. And I was like, because if you don't kill the babies, And so then it just got so bad. I mean, it's not like they were swarming. I just didn't want spiders falling. It's gross. I don't like it. I feel like spiders are already crawling all over me because of this issue. And so last night I went out and to our little storage thing, and I got eye goggles that I bought during like at the beginning of the pandemic. I got goggles because I didn't know. They were saying that those could help with not getting the thing or whatever, not getting the virus, but we never opened them or used them. So I used them for the first time last night. And I also put a winter hat on because I did not want any spiders getting in my hair or falling into my eyes. And it was normal for me. Like I didn't even think twice. Like that was just a normal thing for me to do. And like when Alicia saw me, because she was on the phone talking to someone, and she just stared at me, and then she started laughing and took a picture, and I was like, Oh, yeah, this is kinda considered weird, huh? Um, and so, like, I took the vacuum, and then, like, I came into my room, and I tried to vacuum them up from the ceiling, whatever ones I could find, but, like, I still was missing them, and I was, like, so freaked out, and so I just made her come in, and, like, she got rid of the rest. Oh, and I killed the mother yesterday. The mom fell from the ceiling onto a notebook I was using that was on my armrest, and it just went plop, and it was this big fucking spider, and I didn't even think twice. I took another notebook that I had, and I fucking smashed it real quick, and then I realized, "Oh my god, those spider babies don't they're orphans now, like, I killed their mother." So I was like, "Oh my god, they're gonna go looking for her maybe?" I don't know how that works. And so then I was like, um anyways, I tried to kill them with you probably are like, "Why is she going on about this?" Because I feel really bad that I did this, and it's also kind of funny, I think, maybe, but I got the essential oil peppermint spray, and I looked some stuff up, like what essential oils kills spiders, because I know that something's got to, and I got a bunch of them, and peppermint was up there, and I was like, "I got peppermint right here." So I started spraying them, and, like, it was instant killing. Like, this is so bad. I was like, "Yay!" And then I was like, "Oh, no, I'm a murderer," every time I did that. It was just I kept spraying peppermint everywhere, and they were dying, and, like, so I was actively murdering them, like, just just killing them with peppermint, and, I killed their mother, and I felt so bad, and I figured, "You know what? Let me just kill the entire family." And then it was like they were never here. I don't know. What is wrong with me? I feel really bad that I did that. I decimated a spider family. I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode because I don't think it's going to be I don't know if it's coherent or not, but I'm just gonna go ahead and publish it because I just yeah. I mean I did use up how much time? Let me see. Oh, 22 minutes. You're probably like, yeah, bitch, end this episode. What are you even talking about? Um, My next episode will be about my course. I am just being a perfectionist right now, and I'm tweaking things, and it's still not to my liking, and I'm not releasing anything into the world that I do not. I will talk about it next time, like go into depth about what exactly that course is. But I gotta say, it is so liberating to create something like this on my own. Nobody has input. Nobody can tell me what to do or what not to do. Um, I control every single aspect of this project. And it dawned on me the other day. I was like, that is so cool because I still don't know how this is going to do. Like, because obviously I'm trying to I would like to earn some income from this. Yes. That's the number two reason, I swear. The number one reason is people need to know that they're autistic. They need to know that, like, or if they do find out immediately, they need to be able to go somewhere like a one-stop shop for all the info you need. Is that a fucking spider? I'm just talking about you. Sorry. Guess I missed one. Oh, I killed one right in front of you guys. Sorry. Um, yes. So anyways, it feels like really good to be in complete control of something because when I would work traditional jobs, I never had that. Like I was able to create programs, yes. And I was able to do whatever I wanted, like with those programs, but I still came up with like I still there was barriers and there was things I couldn't do that I don't know how to explain it, but like I even then I didn't have complete control over my project. And it was so infuriating because I have a vision and I see how things should be. And if somebody steps in the way of that and tries to alter that in any way that doesn't make sense, like I get pissed. So I just wanted to say I feel so grateful that I get to do something like this that like we all can if we wanted to. Like we can create it's just nice to create things that are pretty big, and then, like, you're the only one that did it. It's just not am I talking? I just think I'm just, like, just rambling at this point. I don't yep, because my words are starting to suck. I just wanted to say it is a very good feeling, and, it's a feeling that I'm gonna keep chasing because this is how I like to work. Um Anyways, that was so random. I am sorry about this episode. The next one will be about like what exactly this course is. You can skip it if you want to. It's not going to be like life changing, maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to try to sell myself short though. But the next one, I'll talk about it. I'll explain. Like I have 30 different modules. I have so much information, so much stuff that I've like packed into that thing, and I'm going to just talk about it. And then that's that. And then I'll move on to like regular autism episodes. Okay. And also, like, I would like some feedback, please. Um, if you would like me to stop talking about a certain thing or talk about something else, or like if you've got like some subjects that you don't think I've covered that maybe I can and share like personal experiences with, I really appreciate feedback. I take it all very seriously because I don't want to waste your time, even though I think like I feel like I do that every episode, but people still listen. So thank you. I hope this was relatable. Bye bye. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.